Hi there, Rebecca Case, licensed clinical social worker and EMDR trainer and consultant, coming to you with a new tip video. This tip video is on phase 3 assessment. So what are some important things to know about phase 3 assessment within the 8 phases of EMDR therapy? So first, phase 3 only comes after phases 1 and 2 have been completed or established. You don't start accessing and stimulating a target memory for desensitization. If you haven't gathered history, you haven't formed your case conceptualization, and your client isn't prepared and ready to move into reprocessing. Phase 3 is typically really quick because the purpose of this phase is to stimulate the memory so you can quickly move and transition into phase 4 desensitization and reprocess. The more you talk here, the more you're going to get your client in their head in a psychodynamic kind of cognitive therapy type of processing mode, and that is not the goal of phase 3. We really just want to stimulate it so that we can move into reprocessing. So when I say phase 3 is quick, I mean sometimes it's less than 5 minutes, maybe it's like 10 minutes, but if it's taking you more than 15, 20 minutes, make sure you check yourself. Are you trying to do phase 3 alongside talk therapy? It's just probably not going to work so well. Phase 3 is in a specific order. This is where we use the scripted protocol that can often feel uncomfortable. Sometimes we think we have it memorized and we truly don't. And the order of the questions for phase 3 is important. Francine Shapiro didn't just throw a bunch of wet noodles against the wall and took whatever stuck. So phase 3 goes image, negative cognition, positive cognition, validity of cognition or the VOC, emotions, SUDS, subjective units of distress scale, and body sensation. So the order goes right brain, image, left brain, negative cognition. Positive cognition, because it's something that you still kind of imagine, you don't completely believe it, it's a little bit kind of abstract and imaginary, is right brain. The validity of cognition is a scale, that's left brain. Emotions are right brain, SUDS is a scale, is left brain, and body sensations are right. So we're literally priming the two hemispheres for intrahemispheric communication as we desensitize the memory. The assessment also moves from front to back order brain processes. So we start from the prefrontal cortex with images and cognitions, then we move into emotions, which are more of a limbic process, and then finally body sensations, which are hindbrain. So the assessment phase really lights up the entire brain for processing. It is scripted for a reason, because we're trying to stay away from talk therapy. Again, it's meant to be quick to stimulate and access the memory and move into reprocessing, and it is in an order for a reason. So make sure that you use your worksheet as you're completing phase 3 assessment with your clients for years and years and years, and that you revisit your worksheet from time to time after you think you have it memorized. As a consultant, I've watched videos with clinicians who are reprocessing with clients. They've been trained for a long time, for years. And I found that they actually flipped up the order of the assessment and they had no idea because they thought that they had it memorized. So make sure you're keeping an eye on that. Once you stimulate the memory and you complete phase 3 assessment, you want to move right into phase 4 desensitization. So another tip, don't start phase 3 if you don't have time to transition into phase 4 and desensitize, because otherwise, what was the purpose of that intervention? You get to the end of phase 3 assessment, your client's feeling all the yuck, all the crud, and then you're like, peace out, I'll see you next week, bye. Like, what was the purpose? You just accessed that memory and got everything all kicked up in their nervous system and they're feeling terrible. So make sure you only start phase 3 when you have enough time to transition into phase 4. And that is your EMDR tip video for the day. Check out more information. You can find my trainings and connect with my amazing, awesome team at RebeccaCase.com.